Let's get online then. Kunal Shah, he's head of research, Nirmal Bang Commodities. We'll just go to him, but that's the rupee chart on your screens really. And that's the view you have seen coming in for today. 0.25% up even at this point in time. The best level that was seen today in the markets was at around 58.78. Has not been able to hold on to those levels, and we are looking at 59 coming back into the markets. In any case, whatever the RBI has been doing, and that has been a lot in last 2 months, including intervention and of course those short-term measures which have been coming in every periodically, you haven't seen much of gain coming in for the Indian rupee. While 60 is being defended, you haven't seen 59. It will be interesting to see where, of course, the rupee closes during the day today. Let's get in then. Kunal Shah, head of research, Nirmal Bang, and he joins us live on the phone line. Kunal, hi. Before we talk about the commodities, what's your sense coming in for the currency now? Second straight day of gains coming in. 59 still is a strong level, holding strength right now. How much more appreciation would you expect?
Whatever steps RBI has taken is definitely benefiting the rupee, and we are of the view that going forward you are going to see a further strength in rupee, irrespective of the lot of negative views coming in from the dollar side. US dollar is likely to strengthen further, even though we expect that you may see levels of 58.25, 58 in days to come. So all these steps are going to be positive for the rupee. So we are bullish on the rupee for the short term.
Kunal, how would you look at the energy space now? Because the kind of run-up that we saw for most of July really seems to be turning around for last 2 or 3 sessions now, with the US inventory data on what that really has come, and the Chinese and manufacturing numbers as well. Do you think there could be more pressure coming in?
Absolutely. There was no reason for WTI to shoot up the way it did in last fortnight. I think the market should retrace from here and go down. And we are of the view that in next 6 to 7 days, we are going to see WTI at 102, 103. So on MCX, we recommend to go short in crude oil futures at 6,200 with a stop loss place above 62.50 and expect prices to drop and test levels of 6,100.
Kunal, also, how would you look at the natural gas prices? Because there has been a turnaround into them as well. Do you see much more decline coming in for that?
Looking at the production scenario, and slightly milder weather is supporting it, but until there's going to be more approval from US for exporting the gas, we don't see the price, and we expect the natural gas prices to gradually drop further going forward also. So one can go short at present level with a downside expectation of at least 2% from current levels.
Talk about the precious metal space then, and while we did see those 1 month highs coming in for the global markets, 13.15 the day before yesterday and today we seem to have wiped off those kind of gains there. What's your sense now coming in for the international markets, and given what the rupee is doing, what's your sense for the Indian markets as well?
India also, we are going to see some selling pressure in bullions. 1350 was the stiff resistance for gold, and same with the silver. 2140 is the stiff resistance. So we are not expecting any upside, at least during last 2 days, and we expect it to drop further. Again, gold can go back to $1,300 and silver $1,975 in 1 or 2 days. So be on a selling side. On MCX, we recommend to go short in MCX gold at 27,200 and expecting it to decline in test levels of 26,900. And one should peg a stop loss at 27,350.
Let's listen in to Pranav Mehr then for his strategies on the commodity markets for the day today.
We advise selling in gold futures below 27,200, targeting 27,000 and 26,800, and one can maintain a very strict stop about 27,310. We advise selling in silver futures around 41,400, 41,450, targeting 41,100 and 39,800 on the lower side, and one can maintain a stop above 41,600 levels. We advise selling in crude futures around 6250 levels, targeting 6180 level and 6100 level on the lower side, and one can maintain a very strict stop above 6280. We advise buying in nickel futures around 832, 835, targeting 847, 860 on the higher side, and with a stop below 828. And in zinc futures, we advise selling around 109.50, 109.80, targeting 108 on the lower side, and one can maintain a stop above 111.
Let's get in then Shrikant Jha from PJ Commodities, and he joins us on the show with his strategies. Shrikant, hi, welcome. How would you look at the copper prices in the markets today? Because the Chinese numbers have been on the weaker side, even as the statements have been aggressive, the steps really not matching that.
The base metal section, we are actually looking at copper, which is, I think even I had mentioned it last time, it's been resisting at that 420 levels. It looks poised now this time to come down. So we would suggest actually selling it around the 420 levels. Actually 418 would be a good point, and maybe you can cover it at about 412 or even 408 for that matter, and you can keep your stops at above the 425 levels. So anywhere between the 418 to 420 is where you could actually sell copper and look to cover it at 412 as your first target.
Srikanth, while there are lots of curbs coming in for the gold imports in India, silver clearly is apart from all of that, but we have seen 42,000 continue to be a stiff resistance for this commodity as well. 0.5% down on your screens. How would you want to trade that?
In the precious metal section, if you look at silver, that's beginning to come down a bit now. We saw it rally a little bit on the upside a couple of days ago, but it has not been able to sustain that. Since this is a downtrend, we suggest selling it at about 41,500, but keep your stops at the 42,500 levels, and you can look at 40,500 on the downside as your target. So be short on silver and hang on to your short position for about 1,000 points.